Happy July 1st journey. We have made it halfway through 2020 and we celebrate, right? Woohoo! I have to tell you, I'm done. I am done. I've decided I am done with negativity. I am done with worry. I am done with feeling frustrated all the time. I'm done mocking and shaking my head in disgust at people who have different opinions than I have. No matter what 2020 wants to throw at us in the second half of this year, I've decided I'm going to keep my eyes on Jesus and I'm just going to trust Him for the victory. And so I want to invite you right now to join me in being done. I am done with the politicization of everything. I am done with conspiracies about conspiracies. If we are in the end times, I want God to find me praying, serving, loving, forgiving, and sharing. I don't want Him to find me biting people's heads off on social media or leading some kind of crusade to restore normal, or even worrying too much about an election that God has already determined the winner of. I'm done. Quite frankly, I'm a little embarrassed of some of the ways I handled the uncertainty and the sifting that we experienced in the first half of this year. No more. I don't care what comes at us. I am going to praise, I am going to love, and I'm going to keep my faith in a big God who's in control of all of this and who's constantly working everything for the good. It is halftime. It's halftime on 2020. The second half is about to begin. If you follow sports, you know that the second half is when victory or defeat happens. The first half matters, but it's in the second half where victory is determined. Back in March, in obedience to Governor Ducey's orders, per the Bible, which tells us to submit to our governing authorities, we shut down our building and we did church services online. In retrospect, we realized the coronavirus really wasn't in Arizona, and I don't think a shutdown was probably necessary for us back then. But we could only know what we knew back in March. But here's the thing, despite all of that, God blessed our ministry through that time. We reached more people than we've ever reached before. We were able to minister to and impact people on both coasts of our country and everywhere in between. We had ministry impact across the oceans as people from other countries were tuning in to hear the good news about what Jesus has done for us. While the world was losing their mind over the unavailability of toilet paper, the Daily Dose was born, and that's impacted hundreds and hundreds of people. During that season, our giving actually increased, and we learned a very powerful lesson that the church isn't a building. It's a redeemed people living out the mission of God. What we have seen this past month in June is COVID-19 going kind of crazy through different parts of our state, and it's even heating up in our community. Back in April or May, I didn't know anyone whose life had been affected by COVID-19, not personally. And we're coming off of a week now where hundreds of us have been affected in one way or another by the virus showing up in our county. Out of obedience to God and obedience to His word, we're going to respect Governor Ducey's order, and we're going to return to online worship services on Sundays for the next 4 weeks. Now, first half, Matt would probably be throwing a fit right now. And believe me, the temptation is still there. But second half, Matt has decided he's going to trust God. I don't know what God's goals are for the next 4 weeks, but I'm really excited to see what He's going to do. So we're back online. We're going to keep having small groups and Bible studies and book studies on our campus, and we're actually going to be getting a little bit creative, so stay tuned for some new discipleship opportunities and fellowship opportunities that we hope to roll out later this summer. But guys, we have Jesus. We need to remember that. Victory is already guaranteed for us. So in the second half of 2020, let's make him proud. Let's make him proud with how we respond to everything that comes our way. I hear the buzzer. The second half is ready to begin. Let's get in the game and let's give him heaven. See you online.